Good day to the respected lecturer and fellow classmates. I am Malavika Raman presenting on the background of the research. EMF is known as an electromagnetic field is a physical field created by electrically charged items. EMF radiation contains two types which are ionizing and non-ionizing. Ionizing is in high frequency that can potential for cellular and DNA damage that can also cause of a cancer. And non-ionizing is a low-level radiation which is generally perceived as harmless to humans. Cerium comply with Malaysian and international standards, and the factory has been audited to ensure a proper quality control system to produce electrical appliances that consistently and continuously comply with the standard. Cerium also ensures that a broad of spectrum of product complies with the energy efficiency standards with different specifications such as stated below. Thank you.
Recent studies have linked EMFs to increased leukemia, lymphoma, brain cancer, breast cancer, birth defects, and recently, Alzheimer's disease. This wide range of health problems may be due to EMF's effects on the pineal gland, the master gland of the body. It secretes hormones which control our circadian rhythms and regulate important functions of the brain and other glands. A discovery has been made by researchers that EMFs can suppress the pineal gland secretion of melatonin. Melatonin also plays a critical cancer role by increasing the phytotoxicity of the body's natural killer, lymphocytes. Suppression of pineal gland functions has been implicated in the etiology of breast, ovarian, prostate, and melanoma cancers. Other studies have linked EMFs to decreased production of an enzyme called protein kinases in human lymphocyte cells. This indicates that EMFs can suppress the immune system. Now, if EMFs can suppress the immune system to the point where cancer rates double or triple, what other effects might a suppressed immune system have on our day-to-day health and well-being?
Good day. I'm Tilashi Sigri, EP's 1075 presenting my program statement on how a vacuum cleaner can affect the health and safety of humans from EMF radiation. Vacuum cleaners may actually make things worse, not better. It can spit fine dust and bacteria back into air where can cause infections. Radiation also plays a part in human health. There are two groups at the bottom of EMF spectrum, which are extremely low frequency EMFs and radio frequency EMFs. A vacuum cleaner can generate ELF EMFs. Despite lower level of exposure, symptoms of hail have been observed among humans. According to WHO, one-third of the world's population are affected by this EHS syndrome by the exposure to ELF EMF for long duration. One of the most frightening issues is cancer.
Good morning, my name is Kavinesh with an ID of EP010668. Based on the first diagram, which is about awareness, I would say that vacuum cleaner does emit IEMF, or in other words, electromagnetic field. The average vacuum cleaner emits an amazing 300 mg or more. Thus, we humans need to have the awareness that this high emission of EMF could put one at the risk of developing health problems, which can range from headache, fatigue, dizziness, and many more. To proceed on the next diagram, which is about safety, we humans need to have the knowledge of knowing the minimum safe distance from electrical appliances when being utilized. Based on the studies, the minimum approach distance when working around electrical parts happens is required 1 to 2 feet. Hence, it's vital for one to follow the designated distance in order to prevent any injuries. Lastly, speaking about hazard from happening, one should always have the minimal knowledge of safety measure when using vacuum cleaner. Safety measures such as safety glasses, chemical goggles, face shields, and explosion shields should be utilized to prevent the hazard of a vacuum cleaner. Besides avoiding wet floors, avoiding sharp objects, avoiding flammable materials would also be a primary precaution that should be taken by one when utilizing a vacuum cleaner. Those are the preventive measures or steps to ward off the hazard from happening. Thank you.
Magnetic field strength of vacuum cleaner. Household appliances tended to generate larger cumulative EMF exposure such as a vacuum cleaner. The table shows the levels of EMF emitted from the vacuum cleaner at a distance of 3 cm and 100 cm. Based on the table, we can conclude that the strength of EMF decreased dramatically by distance. This is due to the field strength increases as we get closer to the vacuum cleaner and decreases as we move further away from it. The measures taken to prevent the hazard from happening. Firstly, by adding humidity to your home. Secondly, avoid touch the hose with your hand. And lastly, by adding copper wire to your vacuum.
We understood that electromagnetic fields are invisible energy that span our entire environment and can have interactions with our bodies and the other objects around us. Vacuum cleaner is an example for that, and it emits different radiations at different distances. And it's also known that 2.5 milligauss is the generally accepted limit of the exposure for human cells. As it shows in the box below that the least exposure of extremely low frequency from the vacuum cleaner at 0 centimeter is about 5.07, which 5.07 microtesla, which makes it more harmful for the human health to sit at such distance away from the vacuum cleaner for too long. But in the reality, extremely low frequency emitted by house appliances are likely to cause a serious harm to our body. And it's safe using the vacuum cleaner, although it's advised to keep safe distance away from the vacuum, at least 30 centimeter.